we've known for years that woke backlash tends to be extremely overblown on the internet. We've known for years, for example, that there are thousands upon thousands of fake Twitter accounts, of sock puppet accounts created by people to basically use as puppets to make it seem like more people believe a thing than they actually do. This came up when Elon was going to buy Twitter because he realized that so much of the engagement on Twitter was from bot accounts. It wasn't actually real people, which means Twitter's user numbers were massively overinflated by bots. And a lot of these bots were from the woke mob, who are a very small minority of mentally ill people who have truly nothing better to do with their lives, who have taken to making all of these fake accounts in order to make it look like there's some mass giant outrage over something that really only a couple people care about. And one great example of this, and one great example of actually seeing it pan out in real life, is the whole Gina Carano Vancouver con fiasco. Basically, if you don't know, Gina Carano was going to show up at a convention in Vancouver, just kind of be there, sign autographs, hang out with fans. And the people on Twitter lost it. They had a petition for her to be banned from it. There was even a Canadian news outlet, state run news outlet, making a whole hit piece about her and how she was making all these cosplayers feel unsafe, which really goes to show just how much of a propaganda tool state funded media is, especially in places like Canada. And so there's this one guy, Drunk C3PO, who actually went to the convention where Gina Carano was at, and actually went to the protest that supposedly was this big thing that got this ton of traction online. It got thousands of signatures. I think it was over 1,000 signatures actually. It got over 1,000 signatures, and all of these people were gonna show up to stand against hate and to defeat Gina Carano. And then he actually goes to a place where these people are protesting. So check this out.
There it is. That's cool.
You see that? 5 people. 5. And all of them look about exactly as I would expect, honestly. Exactly what I'd expect when Twitter users manage to crawl out of their dens of debauchery. 5 people. That's all the online outrage translated to. That's everything that they could muster. And if this isn't just a better indicator of how fake all of this stuff is, then I don't know what is. This is why we have to start listening to these online mobs. Because these people are posers. They don't actually give a fuck about these fandoms. They don't actually care about, getting the facts right, because if they did, they would know Gina Carano never said anything transphobic or racist or anything, or any istrophobe you could imagine. She's actually an extremely nice person, and the backlash against her at this con was so strong that they decided to have her there for an extra day because so many people wanted to hang out with her. And I'm so thankful that the convention actually stuck by her and didn't listen to these fools, because this is who you're listening to. You're listening to 5 people. 5 people who probably didn't even attend, honestly. It looks like they're standing outside of the convention center. So they probably didn't even actually go in and join that event. The woke mob is a couple of idiot, mentally ill people who are pawns for the George Soroses and Klaus Schwabs of the world. And what they do is they sit behind their keyboards and they create bot account after bot account after bot account. And they organize all these different targeted harassment campaigns behind the scenes. This is all stuff that has been confirmed to be true. In particular, if you ever watch like Clownfish TV discuss this, they go into detail about how they have all these secret Discord channels where they plan these things out. They've covered it pretty extensively if that's what you want to learn. But the truth is, there's such a small minority of people. There's such a small minority of the mentally ill who have made themselves look like they are the predominant force in our culture. They're the majority, and they've infiltrated all of these organizations, all of these entertainment stuff, in order to make it look like this is what people want to see. But if you look at the profits that these movies and TV shows and video games are making, they've been dropping massively. If you look at the excitement around new Star Wars movies, it doesn't exist. There is no excitement for Star Wars anymore. No one gives a fuck about Star Wars or Marvel or Doctor Who anymore because people don't actually like this. The majority of people do not support these things. They find this stuff irritating, annoying, and stupid. And this is proof that it's all overblown. That when it comes down to it, when it's actually time for these people to show up and actually stand for what they believe, you get 5 people out of over 1,500 signatures. You get 5 people. 5. Like, I actually thought there were more of them because there are a bunch of people behind them, but I actually realized those are just the people waiting to cross the street. So when you take away those, it's 5. Please do not be fooled by these people. Do not let them silence you or intimidate you, because this is what they actually are. Look at these clowns. They look like clowns too. Look at them. These are the people you're bending the knee to? Stop it. Don't listen to these people. Don't let them deter you. The way we take back our institutions from these freaks is number one, apathy. Stop caring about the crap they're making. Stop going to the movies to watch their trash. It's not worth it. You know you won't like it anyway. Then you actually start to fight back. You start to create other stuff, new stuff, stuff people actually like, and you let them collapse on their own. And then from the ashes, you'll be the ones remaining, and you'll be making stuff people actually want to support. And you will be successful because people are so desperate for non woke stuff now. Like with stuff like Reacher, that show on Amazon. If it released 15 years ago, it would have just been a generic, like, cop show type thing. But because it released in the year 2024, when something like this, something that's just good, something that has a masculine protagonist, is so rare, people eat it up. Think about the untapped market. It's never been better to be an independent creator. And remember, next time you rattle the beehive, the hornet's nest at Twitter, and you get all the people with the trans flags and the pronouns in their bios coming at you and telling you you need to apologize or change this or change that, ignore them. Because half of those accounts are bots, and the other half never wanted to support your product anyway. That's about it for this video. Remember, this stuff is all fake, and this is proof of it.